Wow, that is something right there. Ah.
There it is. That was
wow.
Yeah. We gotta get these shoulders back, but oh man. Yes, I know. Come on. Who wants that chiropractor that's like, okay, so what do we got going on? It looks like you got a little tightness here, okay? And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put my elbow on it and rub it a little bit. How's that feel? I mean, who wants that? Be passionate. Show me what's going on around here. Okie dokie. Okay, let's go face down. I had a car accident a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was rear-ended by a drunk driver.
All right.
And
how fast were they going, you think?
I believe they said around 50 miles an hour, and I was just at a stoplight.
And you were stopped. Oh, gee whiz.
Yeah.
Tell me about, you said that's sort of when everything sort of began?
Yeah, but I've played football since I was like 5 in the past, tackle football all the way throughout the years up through high school. So I don't know if it was something that could have like gotten triggered by that, but I just know that ever since the accident, that's when kind of like everything.
What's the biggest symptom that you think happened after the accident?
The popping in my shoulders.
And have you sought has there been any health care? You've had any care for your shoulder or neck or anything, or?
I've tried like cortisone shots in the past, and it hasn't really like helped much with like the burning sensation that I
on the backside
my scapula and then up to like my neck here.
Okay, all right. Did anybody take any MRIs from your accident? Anybody?
They did, but I guess the place that we went to, it wasn't readable.
Okay, all right. The overlap here is there's a couple things going on here. When I think about it, at the core of it, I think about the posture we spend our first 20 years of our life, sitting bent forward, in school. And so we're in an alignment from the get-go where if for instance I sit all day like this and then I go to stand upright, my body retains some of that posture.
Yeah.
Now I go play football and the backside of my spine has a lot of feeling and I get injured back there, and that further makes me want to round forward.
Yeah.
The shoulder belongs here in the center, and when our shoulders go forward, the cables and all the muscles back here get really sore and tense. Okay, so I think like guitar strings, they're held tight like a guitar string, and then if you then move your shoulder around, you can move and hit your scapula over those. You can pluck the guitar strings. That makes sense. The lower neck, when the lower neck is in distress, and the nerves that go from the lower neck to your shoulder, if nerves start getting pinched, maybe you've probably heard the word stinger, right?
Yeah.
Playing football.
Oh, yeah.
And I love how cavalier that word is thrown around, like it's not a big deal, and it's like, it is a big deal. It means you just hit the brachial plexus, right?
Yeah.
The nerves that flow from your lower neck to your shoulder. And a common compensation that the body will do will be to put the shoulder forward, because when your shoulder goes forward, it opens up this channel. And so we keep avoiding, combined with the posture of sitting from our youth, and now we have a car accident where now everything gets ramped up to a high level. The nerves that leave your lower neck, the whole neck really, C5, C4, this whole area here is questionable for burning. Most likely the nerves in your neck are inflamed. The neck is designed as a team, wherein we have 7 vertebrae in our neck, and they're supposed to act as a team. When our curve in our neck goes straight, the upper neck gets tight, we lose our main engine, and we end up using our lower neck to do a majority of the work. Do you have anything going on the arms? Did you ever feel anything down the arms?
Sometimes I'll get like a little bit of a tingling sensation down the shoulder right here.
So that's what we're having, nerve pressure. So that's be evidence of something that they should have visualized properly on MRI, that there's a disc bulge or something's occupying space around the nerve, and that's going into your shoulder. So I look at this as a neck problem that becomes a shoulder problem. That ultimately trying to work on the muscles that are tight. The muscles are tight because your shoulder's in the wrong position, and muscles are trying to get tight to protect areas of injury, right? But they're sort of compensating to a deeper problem, which is the spinal column, its alignment. You just keep relaxing, buddy. There we go. Have you busted a clavicle before? Busted?
Yeah.
Right, that one, I see it right there. Yeah. So
They didn't say it was like busted necessarily. It's just
Your left shoulder is more midline than your right shoulder. So I'm exaggerating, but the left shoulder is more from the midline. It's not the most expensive stuff, but the most, I look at things, what's the most expensive things? Right, your most expensive things are gonna be the discs. And so, you know, the shoulder has its own labrum and rotator cuff things that get a little pricey, but the main thing I care about is that you told me symptoms that concern disc injury, right? Yeah, I guess I'm feeling here, Ed, and all this burning here. These are problems that, like a cavity in a tooth, that we want to start treating as early as possible. And the difficulty is that because I was trying to say earlier that half the spine has feeling, many times they go away, or you can manage them by making your posture worse. But that's actually allowing the problem to grow, right? If you had like injured teeth over here and you just chewed on the other side, you know, they're just going to keep getting worse. You've just run away from it. So I'm seeing posture as your body tells a story of injury, because if something's injured, your body will go away from it. So if you're forward and left, it means something's over here on the back right that made me tilt away.
And I definitely have a medial scapula as well.
All right, yes.
On my left side, and a little bit on the right.
Okay, we'll check that out. Hips aren't too unlevel. Hips are pretty level. Keep looking straight forward. All right. So like I said, your shoulder belongs
Like way back here.
like about here. Right. And not by muscularly holding it. I know there's a lot of trainers and therapists, even chiropractors, that want to train this notion that we muscularly contract and hold our shoulders back. I just don't know how long, and it's not clear to me that's feasible in a long-term path. The reason why the shoulders are forward is because of the ligaments, because of the posture, because of the backside having all the feeling. The rubber bands are real tight here on the front, and they've all been stretched out on the back. So it's rubber bands, not the muscles. The pec is tight, and so you can try to stretch the pec, but the ligaments and the pec have to be stretched for your body to just want to be upright. Okay. Now, with that said, many times the lower neck problems you'll avoid by rounding the shoulder forward. So it's not like this isn't just come about for no reason.
Goes way out. And then same with the right shoulder as well. That's the same.
I'm gonna get from the side where you are at. Go ahead, one more time. Yeah.
So lower neck nerve pressure, the burning in your neck, the shoulders being forward and trying to avoid pressing on those nerves. These are all tied together. All right, cross arms for me. Bend both the knees for me. All right, take a deep breath in, little sit up. Here we go, head back, exhale. Deep breath in, head back, exhale. Good, deep breath in, head back, chin down. Very nice. All right. Let's go on your side facing me. There we go. Take a deep breath in, let the shoulder relax. There you go. Exhale. Exhale. How's that for? Okay. Just trying to get your whole team working. That's all we're doing. There are 24 vertebrae in the spine. 5 have 99% of surgery, and nobody talks about it. Oh, notice this, you always big knot on the right side of your neck. Have you felt that before? It's pretty big.
Yeah, little guy right there.
And there's nothing on your left side,
Which is very interesting.
All right. I mean, what it is essentially your head's tilted left. So if I tilt your head to the right, okay, right about there, the bone's level. I'd tilt you about 10 to 15 degrees to the right to make the bone level. If I put your head now straight with your torso, now it's sticking out on the right. Now this will eventually cause left lower neck, left, and there's more symptoms that numbness was over on this side, or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're grinding, it's like you're grinding one side of your neck at a higher rate, but it's because you're in right avoidance, the left side's gonna be abused. Your favoritism is going forward and left, and that's also partly why your left shoulder probably has to do with the clavicle injury, or at the same time your clavicle was injured, this left side of your neck was also injured. He's all left. He's not. No. It's like a car. I'm getting in the car and letting go of the steering wheel, and the car is pulling to one side, and nobody says anything. I'm like, We can't keep driving like this.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Till
I definitely
80.
do that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. If you ever meet my father one day, I got you.
Yeah, that felt good.
You're almost, you're too loose on the left.
I do sometimes with self-adjustment.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
Bad boys. Oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now getting no break. Dr. Ed's never getting no break. All these people self-cracking their necks. You gotta get off that left side. So that because of this injury on this right side, it's made your neck want to drift off to the left. It's right there, that.
That is something.
That's rough over there, I know. I like when I love the left side. Oh, yeah, nice and smooth over here. Smooth operator.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better than the other side.
Smooth operator.
He's in a singing mood today.
I've had people do like deep tissue massages before, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?"
It's the muscles are idiots. They just do what the posture tells them to do. I think, like I said, I read all these journals and articles, and I'm just like, yeah, and why? You know, they don't go to why. Why is the muscle tight? You just did that to annoy you today?
Yeah.
It's because your posture, because you're hitting a nerve. And the holes that those wires go through change based on your posture. So you cannot pinch a nerve if I make my posture worse. That's why, and now because I'm in the wrong posture, now my muscles are tight. Right? So it's like, well, we need to strengthen your muscles. What? We just need to get you in the right posture. But it's confusing because half the spine has no feeling. And so it's easy to make your posture worse and feel better. It's like, well, how did I get here? How did I get to a place where my discs got worn out? Because nobody cared about your posture. And when you're exercising muscles, what do muscles move? They move joints. And if you exercise a muscle, you know, you did pretty good, right? Your muscles grow, right? You abuse them, they get bigger. But if you're moving muscles and they're moving joints, what do you think the joints do? They grow too. Oh, but when a joint grows, that's bad. That's a disease. That's arthritis. Well, hold on. How can you call a muscle getting bigger a good thing and a joint getting bigger a bad thing? Right? They're both neither good or bad. They just are. The growth of a muscle is glorified in America. You go to the Men's Health magazine and everybody's,
Oh, Jack.
oh yeah, that's what a healthy man looks like.
Yeah.
But that's just culture. That's not show me his MRI, right? And I guarantee you, the guy who's got big bulging deltoids and big bulging trap muscles, how much abuse did he do to his joints and his back to make those muscles that big? You follow me? And the medical world's going to say, well, that's arthritis. That's degenerative joint disease.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we make muscles big without destroying the joints? Nobody wants to have this conversation. I'm off by myself here. You understand? I'm just wandering in the wilderness. Like, does anybody care about this stuff? Shh, Ed, shh, calm down. Wolverine is cool. Okay, so. Well, just think about it. Like, nobody lifts weights. Nobody lifts. Just follow me for a second. Right? When you're doing a bicep curl at the gym, unless somebody got really bad technique like myself, nobody lifts weights like this.
No.
Right? You lock your chest. You're bench pressing. Nobody bench presses like this. Right? So it's encouraging chest rigidity. Everything at the gym you're better at with a locked chest. So it leaves the lower back and the lower neck to do all the mobility. Hence where all the surgery happens. Right? Nobody runs like right? Like Baywatch. Right? Everybody's running with a locked chest. Right?
Did they run like that?
I never watched Baywatch. I never watched it. I saw some commercials once.
On the trailer, maybe.
I think maybe in the trailer, some of the girls do run a little. Okay? But unless you're on Baywatch,
Oh my god.
everybody runs with a run. When you go watch people running by the street, they're all chests are as locked as possible.
Yeah.
Because you don't want wasted motion in the chest. You want your arms Michael Johnson, the fastest runner in the 90s, he perfected this technique of running quickly by locking his chest. It looked really odd. He was like, right, his chest was like totally locked. You don't want any wasted motion. So my point is that those activities encourage your back to be stiffer, right? You're a better runner. I suck at football. You're better at football because your chest is tight, right? You can push more force into somebody else with a locked chest. My spine's just going to last longer. There it is right there. Didn't know that was there, did you?
No, actually.
Yeah. All right. Okay, that's a nice right there. Yeah. I'm going pretty gentle. I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to comb your skin off, but just pretty gentle. But right there you can feel the injury. Both sides got a little bit of tightness up here, but this side is not nearly, there's no tangle. It's just tight, but there's no like lump.
Yeah, no pop like the other one.
The right side has. All right, there you go. And this is the curve. This is the neck curve, and it's the same way we lost it is how we restore it. It's stretching that made us lose the curve. It's stretching that restores it.
What's crazy is that they told me is that there's no like dislocation or anything from what they could tell.
It healed weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
This.
And I
Yeah.
had like nerve studies done, and they said that the nerves were normal.
I mean, it's like more out. It's more pronounced right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just see how much this is. This is more.
I guess like from the seatbelt or something.
And like you said, probably just doing this all day.
Yeah, it's
I
jammed
tried
forward.
like that all the time.
All right. It's going to be this joint here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be in here. The acromioclavicular joint here is where the symptoms usually start to arise. And so trying to stretch this shoulder back, letting kind of like a weight, put a weight in your hand, arm close to the edge of the bed, and you stretch
Gotcha.
this open, trying to elongate this. Assuming there's, well, actually, they're not just assuming, we know that the clavicle is the first bone that starts to ossify in utero, and it's the last bone to finish at 26. So it takes the longest to, meaning that there's still some cartilage in here. And so because there's cartilage, there's still some chance for it to, you understand, elongate. Once it fully hardens like cement, is what it is now, right?
Gotcha.
Right, unless somebody breaks it and tries to, reposition it. But
That would be lovely.
my point is that it's not completely bone yet. There's still some growth plate in it. And if you think about it, it sort of had to be that bone because it's the connector of the front to the back. So that bone had to be the last one to finish because everything else had to be finished growing, and then you can seal the corners, kind of idea. It's the last bone to finish because it's the connector of the front to the back. Yeah, this shouldn't be that much. This right here. Yeah. Oh, but I'm sorry. Oh, that's rough. Yeah. How many years total football? What year?
Since I was 5, so all the way up until I was like 16, 17. All the way to my, I think the end of my junior years when.
It's not surprising my father being a chiropractor, football exactly wasn't in the cards for me. Hey Dad, I want to play football. Shut up. There was no amount of will that could have allowed me to.
The reason why I stopped playing was from the foot injury.
Yeah.
They told
Because
him
that's when they
he
found
couldn't
out.
stop. Like they couldn't fix it, so they told him
Interesting.
it's not.
All right. Yeah. We gotta get these shoulders back, but oh man, that's what's all that clicking in the back is you can't. These shoulders gotta get stretched. The goal being, and we'll do this at the end of the visit, like you're.
Well, I can go a lot further back now.
You gotta work on getting your arms back. So it's up and back, and time here, and you're gonna work all these way too tight. You work all these angles to. Do you see how bringing the shoulder back is gonna alleviate all that tension in the backside? It's not gonna be so tight because it's forward. Now the cables are all being pulled, and then you can pluck them. And we can make guitar hero songs, but it's just like, that's just the posture, guys. We gotta get the shoulders back. Let's see how his foot works. Okay. I got you. Okay. Is this one you busted?
Yeah.
Jeez. It's like you feel the bones are actually like, like the size.
Yeah.
These bones are all like 25% bigger
Yeah.
right here. I'll go check this.
After that, I was on the boot for another half a year.
Yeah.
So look how smooth that is. Normal. And then if you, hello. Right there. So the body laid down extra bone, right? So it said, hey, let's beef up the bone. The long-term effect is range of motion. That's what I worry about.
Mhm.
Because the bigger the bone gets, right, there's less space for the joint to move around, right? There's supposed to be space, now that's the joints. But now there's extra bones, now there's not much room for things to move.
Mm-hmm.
The mobility is what lubricates everything. So now everything's getting tight, and then these joints suffer, or other joints that weren't injured suffer because now this, becomes more locked down.
Mm-hmm.
How sore is that? How sore?
Yeah, I feel a little bit. Never really.
Compare. What do you think?
That's crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
That left side, I never actually had anybody point that out before.
My point is that all right. So, physiology question: how do bones actually grow? The lactic acid, the inflammation, the cytokines, all the things that cause pain that build up in tissue are acidic by nature. And one of the most commonly, and if you remember from your chemistry, acids are negatively charged. And one of the most commonly positively charged ions in your body is calcium. And so calcium is magnetically pulled out of your bloodstream and binds to the acidity in the tissue. That's what actually grows bone spurs. If this was my ankle, I'd be rubbing this until it didn't hurt, but I get a gua sha tool, I'd just find something to bite on and you just rub. You gotta find those spots that hurt. I believe if you get rid of the acidity, some of that calcium will start to get pulled out of there. It won't need to be there, right? The thing that made it draw out of the bloodstream into this area, but it's gonna cause a problem. This is gonna.
Does that hurt you on a daily, David?
No.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
which is good. But it will grow to a place where it would.
Yeah.
That's my worry, is that if you let this, if it hurts for me to touch it, which means there's still acid in here, which
Right.
means it's going to still grow. It's not done its journey. So let's try let's stop it here.
I've never actually felt like, ooh.
I sound like Picard.
That's
This
the
far,
problem.
this far, no farther. And I will make them pay for what they've done. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about? It's like remember from First Contact, right? He's like, the Borg enter Federation space.
Did you watch
and we
Star
fall back.
Trek?
No,
I watched some Star Trek.
I'm by myself. All
I
right.
think
Okay.
you
There's a scene where
More
Picard.
Star Wars fan.
Picard's talking to this lady who's from the past, and he's like, the Borg enter Federation space, and we fall
Oh my
back.
god.
They take over entire worlds, and we fall back. He's like, the line must be drawn here, this far, no farther. And then he goes, and I will make them pay for what they've done. Because he's supposed to be of the superior, that he doesn't, nothing's personal. But then she points out, no, it's personal. And now he's finally affirming that, yeah, okay, it's personal.
That is something, right?
Let's just strengthen his rhomboids. What? No.
That is actually what I've been told this whole time.
I know. Good luck. I just salute and go, good luck doing that. I want to get your posture better. You got to get your head off this left side. And then I'll try to release some of the tension here. There is inflammation back here that builds up, and so we can't actually bring the shoulders back if all this soreness is back here. So 100% we have to clean this back side of the spine. make it not sore, and that'll allow you to have your body where it belongs. So anyway.
You're like so chill and tired before this visit, and all of a sudden it's like you've got your center.
He got energy now.
I'm like, yeah, so they just switch.
Who wants that chiropractor that's like, okay, so what do we got going on? It looks like you got a little tightness here, okay? And so what we're going to do is I'm going to put my elbow on it and rub it a little bit. How's that feel? I mean, who wants that? like, be passionate. Show me what's going on around here. Okie dokie, okay, let's go face down. So like Snuffleupagus and now like, hi bird. Yes, I know, I feel it all. Gotta get all this soreness out of here. Oh man. That's been torn quite a bit. You've been, feel that multiple.
Yeah, that's my throwing arm.
Yeah. You've shredded that a little bit. Scar tissue by nature and by definition is avascular, meaning that it doesn't have very good circulation or no circulation. And so this is partly why we do the soft tissue work, is to try to reduce the size of the scars, to help vascularize those areas and rinse out the tissue that hasn't been rinsed out because it no longer is able to on its own. Okay. Wow, right there, bud.
Is that what causes the popping?
Everything, yeah, it's all wrong.
That's all. You said nothing's correct.
It's all wrong. None of this is normal. It's like I'm running my hand down the side of the car and there's a giant divot and dent and like, nope. And the rust. Is the rust normal, Ed? Nope. The rust isn't normal. The dent's not normal. All of it, something happened. The clear coat got damaged. Now this all happened. What position did you play in football?
That's hard to say how though. I was all over defensive line and offensive line, and then occasionally tight end as well.
And quarterback.
My main point of the question was, were you the one dishing out the hits, or were you the one receiving most of the hits?
I was dishing out a lot of hits.
You were hitting. Okay, you were targeting more than you were. Like you weren't wide receiver. You weren't the target. Uh-huh. It's actually one of the first questions I ask people in car accidents is, did you know it was coming? Right? Because if you knew it was coming, you could try to protect yourself. And in your situation, I don't think I asked the question. Did it shock you, or did you know the hit was coming when the guy?
Oh, it definitely shocked me. I was just at a red light.
So you get more injured. You're saying you're more injured because you didn't have any chance to
like brace myself.
Right.
Kinda.
There
Protect your.
was a car between him and the driver.
Yeah, it got dominoed into me, and that car launched very far into me.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something.
Okay.
Yeah, that one doesn't feel anywhere near as bad as the other one.
Yeah, there's just so much more inflammation on that left side. Yep.
something right there.
It was all fun and games until he had to use his knuckles.
Mhm.
I thought it was gonna be okay. He'll get tired, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he'll get tired, that'll be it. That was my strategy. Okay. Yeah, right there. Come on. Yes, I know, come on.
Ooh.
I know. Oh. Let me put this in there. I wanted to see Montana. It's Hunt for Red October, right? The guy from Jurassic Park, his last words.
Mhm.
I wanted to see Montana. He shares this nice heartwarming story with Sean Connery, right? He's like, I want to pick, they're defecting from Russia, right? And he's like,
Right? Yes, we all know that, babe. No, we don't know that.
it's gonna be like it'll be like my last words. I love you, Carl. And I wanted to see Montana.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
trying to distract him. I'm trying to distract him from the horribleness of this.
Oh.
It's just that horrible. So we either try to laugh or cry.
Mhm.
Trying to get him to laugh a little bit. Have a little fun. I'm like Bumblebee. I live my life through movie quotes sometimes. Like, just quote. Yeah. So, but don't suppose you've seen Alien 3 before? No, the one with the prison. No. Okay.
Alien 3?
Alien 3. Yeah, Ridley's in it. She gets the queen inside of her. No.
No, I don't
Okay,
believe
all
so.
right, all right, it's okay. You're gonna be on it, but go watch it. Go watch it. I always think of it because the alien doesn't harm her because the alien doesn't want to hurt her because she's got this queen inside. So she's trying to, instigate the alien, and he won't. The alien won't attack her, and so she's like trying to grab him, and he's hiding. And she's like, "Get out of there! Just get out of there!" And so I always think of that when I'm rubbing on somebody's knots. I'm like, "Get out of there! Get out of there!" Sorry, that's what's going on.
You're not normal.
Just get out of there.
You're really gonna have to edit.
Please, you're making it difficult. It's hilarious.
All right. And it's done. It's all done. It's all part of the plan. Good. I'm just checking.
That's a side right there that sometimes gives pain.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
Okay. They had this done before,
Relax your arm,
but it does not feel nice. Wow. Was that you or me, Pop?
That's you, bud.
Oh my god.
That's all. That knot is you.
Wow, that is something right there. Ah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get out of there.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Whew.
Oh wow. Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's
That's that whole left side where all that crunchiness is happening. It's like this
wow.
is all popped out more over here. You understand? So I gotta get you stretching, and we're gonna My sister's roller in a second. Push those ribs in. And we have to work on, you see if I missed anything on the right knot, but just this huge knot. You'll see it in a minute. But
Looks like
Did
you
you
did
see
with
it?
a hickey.
look, you see it? You see it?
Yeah, did you hear?
You see this?
Looks like a hickey.
I mean, look at this. Here's this neck injury.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's definitely something. Wow.
Oh my gosh, is roller coming out already?
That's for all that burning he was describing earlier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. There you go.
Mm.
All right, now press back with your elbow into my elbow.
Mhm.
All right, a little bit. Press back a little bit. Okay, good. That's good. Pardon me. That was me. There it is. That was you.
Wow. Jeez, Louise.
What was that?
His shoulder. Yeah. His shoulder back.
Sorry.
That was something.
All right, go ahead. Tilt your head right for me a little bit. Tilt right. Okay, good. There. Go ahead and tilt your head right. Nothing, okay. Sometimes we'll get a little ear click. Go ahead and tilt left. A little bit, Go ahead and tilt left. Okay, good. All right, come over here.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna start moving upwards this way. Get the idea? You're gonna, yeah. About every minute, 1 inch. Get the idea. You understand? But that's,
Oh, I got you.
it's okay. You can scan and then go back down a little bit. There you go. And stay right there. Stay right there for a second. Put those arms to the side. There you go. It's a stretch. It's not a race. We're trying to mold and stretch your body back, which means stretching your shoulders back like your elbows should be on the ground.
I got you.
Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
you should be able to drop back easily. And I'm gonna take this out in a second, but I don't need to overwhelm you the first time you start arching back, but we need to open up the body, allow this to stretch open, the back to compress. Yeah, you're not ready. I don't want your head just hanging because your neck will bend too much in the lower neck. We're gonna avoid that by putting a book behind your head. And this one's just the neck guy. Head back, I got you, bud. There you go. This one's not too difficult. You kind of put your leg straight for me. You put your hand on your forehead and you press. Get the idea? Then you put your hand back down. You kind of just stay like there. Now, for about a month, you could do a little bit of right rotation to get a little more pressure on that knot on the right. If in doubt, keep the head straight, but you want to get a little more pressure because we're trying to get off that. You like to be on the front left. You're saying, I want you back and to the right. So we call this mirror image stretching. I take you to the opposite of what you're used to. And then we have to hold you there so that when you get up off this, your body retains some of the opposite stretch. The burning is just the muscles. Get massages and get your back wash shot and cupping, and the burning will go away. That's just the muscle lactic acid, but the posture's creating it, right? So you're gonna get depressed very quickly if all you do is get massages. I felt great for a couple hours, Mom, and then it's back again tomorrow, and you don't go anywhere. I'm trying to teach you the root cause. That really, if you just treat the root cause, all the burning eventually will just go away because you treated the reason for why it came. You follow me? That's what's valuable. But if all we care about is the next 3 days of temporary symptoms, get Epsom salt on your back, get some hot, get some heat on it, hydrate those muscles, stop looking down so much, and we can make the burning go away pretty quickly. But it's the posture and injuries that are making it reaccumulate back up again and it's back again, and we're not getting anywhere. We have to get to, your head was 2 inches forward. Do you understand? That has to be addressed. The muscles are doing 4 times what they're meant to be doing. Are you gonna do something about that? That's what's gonna change the buildup. Ooh. All right, bud. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
See, I feel a lot better.
I mean, your ear's over your shoulder now.
I'm not even trying as
Yeah.
because I would try to force myself
No,
back.
your
to
ear's over your shoulder.
stay
Your ear's right over your
that's
shoulder.
crazy.
Look great. Yeah.
Wow.
My point is that we have to counter stretch,
Uh-huh.
and then your body will want to be here. All the time spent here,
Yeah.
we then retain. That's all this is. That's all it is. But because the backside of your spine has so much feeling, the rest of your life you will always feel the drift.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at the dark side. I feel the pull to the dark. You have to fight the urge. You gotta stay on the light,
Yeah.
right? I feel it creeping. I can't control it. The anger, the hate.
Thank you so
Yes, sir.
much.
All right, guys. Very good.
You did phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna go collapse.